What's up, my Weebilization? Thanks for tuning in. I'm back. It's Poindexter. And you know what? I can't really complain. This weekend, I should say, had some beautiful weather. I was so excited because the weather's been, going up, down, not staying consistent, 30s, 20s, jumping up to 40s, 50s. Well, we got a break where it was 60 degrees. And I was so excited that I had to get out on my bike. I had all these plans, wanted to do all this riding, get different shots and everything like that. And guess what? I forgot my camera. And I took the wrong helmet.
No, you done fucked up, tough.
I don't know what I was thinking, but the excitement took me over. So,
No, you done fucked up.
I guess there's always next time. Have you ever stopped and thought about how you got into the particular bike or the type of bike that you actually have? Like, there's so many different iterations of bikes, but the very type of bike, what led you to that particular bike, that style? I know for me, I've talked about it on some of my other episodes before, how my maturation on how I got to the bike in which that I ride now started off with a first bike, Suzuki RF600R. That was a sports tour bike. It's kind of like a hybrid. It's something that's going to be comfortable to ride, but it also gives you like that sporty feel. I love that particular bike. It wasn't the fastest of bikes or anything like that when it comes to comparing it to other sports bikes, but I enjoyed it for the time. And then I eventually gravitated towards, I got a Ninja 636R. Loved that bike, black, sports bike. It was fast for the size of bike that it was. And after that, it kind of came to the point where want to go on more long distance rides, want to carry more. When you're riding to work, you don't always want to have a book bag on. And sometimes you get other things and you just want to be able to carry it. Or sometimes you don't even ride certain bikes because it's like, oh, I need to bring this back. I need to go pick this up. I want to run to the grocery store or whatever. And sometimes that net on the back of the bike just won't work. So that's how I think I kind of, and besides my body talking to me, I think that's how I landed on going with the Cruiser. But have you guys ever thought about how you got? Was it the same way? Is that how you ended up with what you have? Is it, you have friends, you guys basically being around a certain group, sometimes, you start picking up and liking some of the things that your people that are closest around you, that you spend a lot of time with, some of the things that they have, and things grow on you. What was it that landed you where you were? This episode, I want to just talk about the different types of bikes. Your standard bikes, your touring bikes, your cruisers, and kind of like your off-road bikes and things like that, or your adventure bikes. Kind of talk about that, go over a few models, and just take a look at it. But interested to know, how did you land on that particular cruiser that you have, that particular sports bike that you have? Me personally, I will say that I still have a passion for sports bikes. So I think I will find another one to get back into my stable at one time. I made an adult decision a summer ago, couldn't ride two bikes at one time, and I got rid of it. I kind of regret it, but at least I know that it has a good home. Touring bikes, aka what I used to call the old people's bikes, grandfather bikes, things like that. Touring bikes are typically bikes. They have bigger motors. They're made more for the open road, longer distances. There's different iterations of them. You have your sports tours, you have your adventure tours. So there's or your big dressers and things like that. So there's tons of them. Again, I'm not going to get into it how I got to mine, but these bikes have become very popular in the biking scene now. You see a lot of modifications that are happening with them on this bike with the big wheels, the fat wheels, and things like that. That's a real popular platform that is being used right now. But these bikes, you can use them. It's nice because you have your extra space. You generally have your saddlebags. You have your tour packs. Generally, and they're like fully customizable with the sound systems, the music systems on there that you can get. And there's just what I think there's a lot more that you can do with them. Putting the lights on them, and obviously from a safety position, from a safety standpoint, they're a lot bigger, so you would think that they're easier to be seen by drivers and cars around you. But it's something that's more comfortable, and especially even for your passenger too, it's something that's comfortable too. So very very different models of touring.
A few minutes later.
Last but not least, we have the dual sport category. This is a category that includes supermoto and also off-road dirt bikes. These type of bikes, they're built lighter, but they sit up higher. And with this allows them to be able to take the impact and withstand all the abuse that they'll take off-road. But they're also set up so that they're able to actually be able to travel on pavement. I know a lot of people growing up from what I've seen and was talking to people is that that's how they kind of got started in the motorcycle, the culture, or however we want to call it. They started on dirt bikes as little kids, and then actually just progressed and went up from the different style of bikes. With these, I also consider adventure bikes that they have in there with it, like the Honda, the Africa that you have in there. And many other manufacturers makes them. Triumph makes them, and so forth. So these particular bikes are very very versatile. A lot of times you'll see these type of bikes even out while traveling and everything like that on the streets. I've seen them on the expressways.
Shut up! You!
Yes?
Not you, him! What's your name?
Me.
Yes, you!
I am me. He's me. And I'm you.
And I'm about to whoop your old ass, man, because I'm sick of playing games. You, me, everybody's ass around here. Him?
Carter.
I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm sick of that.
Carter, let me
Lee, no, Lee, no.
Carter.
No matter what type of bike it is that you have passion with, whether it's a standard bike, which is a hybrid, gives you the elements of a cruiser and still kind of have the elements of a sports bike, whether it's a tour bike, which allows you to be able to get on wide open roads and be able to travel with things in your saddlebags, or a sports bike which scratches the itch that you might have to go fast, or if it's a cruiser where you just like an aggressive look out of a bike, and that allows you to customize it to your liking. Or if it's a dual sport bike, which allows you to get off-road and enjoy the jumps out there from a supermoto element or a dirt bike aspect, and still sometimes want to get on the pavement and just get some wind therapy. No matter what it is, we all share one passion, and that's the love of motorcycles. Again, chime in. I'd like to know, how did you end up with a particular style of bike that you have? Let us know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and go ahead and hit the bell button up down there so it'll notify you every time that I drop a new video or bring you some more content. Until next time, I'm Poindexter. We're out of here. Come glide with me.